and welcome to another edition of Dungeons of the Dragons. I am your host and DM, Jourdan Lees, and with me tonight are my esteemed players. First, we have David Nowers.
Hello. I will be playing Ruben Glowstone, the gnome cleric.
And Paul Sunderhaus.
Hi, I'm Jourdan Lees. I'm a little trimmer this week than usual in the facial region. No, actually, I play Glyphord Hune, the Drow Ranger.
And Camden Dalton.
And I am Khalladak, a little bugbear that pushes a rock.
Nice.
I'm not little, but...
yeah, no, you're definitely not little. You're like way
little
too big.
By bugbear standards, is he little?
No.
Well, this week is pretty fun and exciting because we actually did a little competition thing for people to win an NPC entering into an episode, and that successfully happened. We had a whole 2 entries, but we still had 2 entries, which was pretty cool. And so one of those won, so that NPC will be making a fun appearance in this episode, and maybe for multiple episodes. We'll see. Unless somebody kills him.
A rogue fireball. Just destroys a cart.
Exactly.
Hey, guys, I'm... Woof!
If you're listening now and you're like, hey, it'd be pretty cool to have an NPC in an episode, I'll probably do this again sometime because it was pretty fun. And it was cool to see what people came up with. Both of the ideas, all 2 of them, were actually like really good, fun NPC ideas. So it was really cool, and I'm excited to introduce this character into this episode.
But if you do enter with some garbage like Butt Farts McGee, we'll kill him right
Definitely,
off the bat.
yeah. That character will die. No questions asked.
Well,
I might keep Butt Farts McGee for a little while. Now that I'm thinking about it, I would like to have a character named Butt Farts McGee.
Just so you can just say Butt Farts McGee multiple times. Okay, so let's just jump into the story, shall we? So last time on Dungeons of the Dragons, our 3 co-workers, Ruben, Glyphord, and Khalladak, accompanied by Arnie, set about picking up the pieces after their run-in with the Fedora'd gang that tried to take them out. Grilling the lone kobold survivor, they learned that they had been sent by the dragon Richtricker in response to them taking out Father Prigga. After learning everything they needed to learn from the kobold, Khal tossed him away, and they continued on their journey to Celestial City, the largest city in the region of Sandraim and the base of Vale Regal. During their travels, Ruben read the letter given to him by Miss Peapod, and the coworkers found out that she was actually Brunhild Tallmound, one of the triumvirate who had apparently taken down the dragons many years ago. After a couple of days, they finally arrived at the city and trudged their way through rush hour, entering into the huge city. Making their way into downtown, they saw both the beauty of the mansions and billowy hills, and the rather plain and occasionally run-down homes in the East District. And they also saw the towering spires of the wizarding schools. But most grand and imposing of all was the giant tower of Regal Industries that loomed over much of the city. Around this time, Ruben saw a billboard with a small gnome woman named Willow promoting Regal Industries with their catchphrase, "Saving gold, time, and the world." But he quickly realized this was actually his sister. As the co-workers are wont to do, they immediately began to go shopping. But as they were leaving one of the stores, Arnie noticed a group of individuals standing together, looking over towards them with the characteristic blue eyes of the mech men. So that's where we pick up. Arnie was talking to Khal, saying,
I see some, I believe they're mech men.
And if you guys look over, you will see 5 of these individuals, and all 5 of them have those same blue eyes that you recognize from the night that you were attacked. They're all wearing blue kind of suits with, it's like a blue button-down shirt and like blue slacks with yellow trimming around them. And they all seem to be looking over towards you, but then suddenly they all just turn and start looking different ways and begin to make their way around the square. There's a lot of bustling traffic and everything around there. And two of them make their way over to what looks like a bulletin board where there's lots of like messages and things pinned up on. And two of them walk over there and begin ripping off a couple of these posters that are on there. Three more kind of walk around the block, and they're also doing that too. A couple buildings, they rip off a poster. One rips one off of a post somewhere.
Can I get a closer look at one of these posters? Like, what does it actually say?
Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can tell, because they're not super close to you. They're all just kind of within probably 30 or so feet. But make a perception check.
Okay. 15 plus 5, 20.
Oh, wow. Okay. So your elf eyes, with your sunglasses on, I suppose, see, you catch real quickly, you don't see for very long, as they rip one off, you see the word missing, and you see like a figure's face on it, and it gets torn away and then crumpled into their hands. And then they all begin to make their way out of sight down the block.
Is there not like posters close to us that haven't been torn down yet?
No, doesn't look like it. There are other posters, but none of them had that same like texturing and everything. There's just other random things put up.
Okay, I walk up and grab another one of the posters. What is it?
Oh God, you do this to me. It's Faradin's Fair, and it looks like it was a couple weeks ago. But it's an advertisement for Faradin's Fair.
I walk up and I bring the poster and go, they must hate the fair.
Khal, I think that's a different poster.
You see Arnie definitely like wiping his brow, looking nervous that he thought you all were doomed. But then suddenly you hear some like jingling, like bells. And if you look over in the direction from where you hear the jingling, you see a short little goblin with like a fur coat on, hobbling across the ground with bells on. And he's looking about, looks like he's looking out where the mech men had wandered away from. And you see in his hands, he has some of these posters as well. And he runs over to the billboard and looks around and starts putting them back up on the billboard.
I'm going to go walk up and go, let me help you. And I'm going to take one of his posters and like put it up real high because I'm assuming he can't get it up high.
That's true. Yeah, he's pretty short. He's about the same size as Ruben.
So just as effectively illegible. It's at too high of a height and too low of a height.
There's no middle ground
point of the billboard. So you walk over to him and you say, hey, can I help you with that? He kind of he like turns and looks and he sees you and he's like,
Okay.
thank you. Yeah, that'd be real nice. And he hands you a couple of his papers. And when you grab them, you see on it says missing. And the two that he handed you, one has a half-orc female on it. And it says missing Marcy is the name of the person on it. And then the other one is of a gnome female, and it says missing, and it says Posy on it. And you tack them up to the top of the billboard. You see him also tacking another one, and this has like a fawn-like character, and underneath it says Tum Tum.
Tum Tum.
Mr. Tum Tum?
What kind of creature is putting the posters up?
A goblin, which seems very uncharacteristic. You guys are pretty comfortable with goblins, but it seems like you wouldn't think you would see a goblin in the middle of a city, after all the reactions to you guys.
Right.
It just seems weird.
I whisper to him in goblin speak and say, what's all this about?
He's like,
Oh, you know Goblin? Oh, that's so cool.
I'm a bugbear, so
But you're in disguise. You're wearing that
Oh,
fedora.
that's right.
It's been a while. It's been a while since we played.
I tip my hat real quick.
For a second, you blip into your bugbear state and then plop your hat back on, and you just look like you're big. What was your name? Harry or something like that?
Oh shoot! I definitely should have written that down. Howard, maybe Howard.
What were the missing persons? A fawn named Mr. Tum Tum.
There was a half orc named Marcy, and then a gnome named Posy. So you start to like help him out, but you say, all that to him in Goblin. He's like,
you know Goblin. Oh, that's so cool. Oh,
and then he sees you do the little blip thing, and he's like,
you're like a bugbear. Oh, I keep it down. It took people a long time to get to, understand me too, because I'm a goblin, and a lot of people don't like goblins, and I get it. We've pillaged villages in the past, but I don't do that. I like people. I like all sorts of people. That's why I play music.
and you see him stick
Does
a little.
this guy look like the meatball from Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Sure, except he's green and has little ears and stuff. And you see him stick a flute up his nose and just start playing it. And he's like,
Has he given us a name?
nope.
Okay.
That was beautiful. Can you do that again?
Oh yeah, I play anything you want.
And he sticks it back up his nose and he starts playing like a little folk tune.
What's it sound like?
Pull out my pan flute and I start playing with him.
Oh yeah, let's get down.
And then he starts to see in the distance one of those mech men coming up, and he's like,
Oh, okay. Thank you. I'm gonna go away now. I don't want them to see me.
You didn't tell me
starts
anything
scooting
of what's
around.
going on.
Just got distracted.
I can, but let's go back here.
I follow him into a dark alley.
he just kind of tucks away in the alley and like watches for the mech man to kind of like make his way around a corner, and then he starts safely talking to you guys.
How far away has he walked from where he was putting the posters up?
Maybe like 20 feet into like around a corner.
Okay, I don't follow immediately. Once everybody has wandered, I kind of watch, and then I will like to take one of the posters off and fold it up and put it in my pocket, and I'll wander after them.
Okay. So he says,
But it's kind of weird. I don't know what you're doing here, being Mr. A bugbear and all that. It's kind of a dangerous city sometimes, but people here they're a little more forgiving. They'll kind of take anybody in, as long as you don't try and kill nobody.
What if we try to kill the dragon Velrugal?
Who?
Nothing. Never mind. I've said too much.
I don't know. Maybe if you're new, so you probably haven't seen them, but I don't know if you've seen any of my friends.
and he like shows you the pictures, some of the extra posters that he has on him. He's like,
The people I was putting up on there, they've been missing for a while. And if you've seen anybody that looks like this, it'd be real nice if you could help me. My name's Snee, by the way.
Sneeb?
Snee.
Sneeb.
Yeah.
No B.
No.
Okay.
No K either.
My name is Khalladak.
Nice to meet you, Khalladak.
Just kidding, it's Khalladak. I don't know why I'm so caught up on this
You're
B
gonna
thing.
you're gonna hold that up.
Okay.
I was gonna play along. I was gonna be Rubib.
Rhubarb
rhubarb.
and Gloob.
Gloob.
This, when, and how. What's going on? Where did they go?
I don't know. I mean, they've all been missing for about a month now. And Miss Posey, I took her home one day, and I said bye to her when I left her at her house, and then she never came to school. And then Tum Tum, he went to some party on St. Mariah's Pier, and then Marcy, she went and saw her boyfriend, and then she never came back either. And her boyfriend was like, I never saw her. So I don't know where they all go.
You say school. What kind of school are you talking about?
Oh, we all go to school together. We all go to the Wonderwood School of Performance. It's a bard college.
Uh-huh. These these your classmates. They're your friends from school. They're your classmates.
Yeah, they're my classmates. They're my friends. That's why I walked Miss Posey home, because I was like, she's been sad for a while because I think it was her brother and her husband or something. They've been gone, and she's been real sad about that.
And what do you know about their disappearance? Where might they be? Do you have any kind of are other people disappearing all across the city, or is it just these three folks?
Have you filed a missing creatures report?
Definitely. I filed them, but then they never told me they never found them. And so I look around myself and I'm at these posters and nobody hear me. Like I said, last time I saw Miss Posey was at her house, and then I saw Miss Tum Tum. He went to a party, and I never saw him after that. And then Marcy, she just went and saw her boyfriend at the Job School of Illusion. That's all I know. And then I keep looking, I keep asking questions, and nobody tell me nothing.
I walk over to Glyph and go, this guy, he seems like a bit of a rube. Should we just go shopping? I mean,
We've already got a rube.
Hey!
I think he's talking about Ruben.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about me being a rube. I could hear you, so I just was making sure. but
Arnie,
that
I
makes
feel like
way
that
more
says
sense.
a little bit more about you than it does about us.
Well, that's fair.
What do you think we should do, Khal?
Shopping? I don't know what we came here to do.
The exact reason you came to this city, so that you could go
I've
shopping.
already forgotten what our whole purpose here was. Once I saw the city, I was like, you know what? I bet they have stuff.
Hey, little sneak guy.
Yeah.
Does your school have any kind of nice facilities? Like, is there a library or any kind of magic taught there?
Yeah, I mean, some people are more attuned to it than others. Some people just do theatrical performances, but some people, they can get real good with their bardic abilities. I'm kind of like that, too.
Right. Yeah. We saw
What
that
kind
with
of
your
stuff that can you do besides the nose flute?
the nose whistle. Yeah.
Oh, well, I can do little things. What do you want me to do?
Something magical.
Okay, here.
A little like spectral hand comes off of his, and he starts tickling you under the armpits.
Stop it.
That's it. I did it.
Okay.
You're just a little prankster, aren't you?
Yeah, sometimes.
Is anybody helping you try to find these people?
No, absolutely no one.
I could probably try to track them down with you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, Khal, you can go on your shopping trip. I think I can probably make it around here and help Snee out a little bit.
Sounds good. And I'm just kidding. I'm out of the rest of the.
Is that the entire episode?
You just log off.
Jordan will
tell me what you
contact
do.
you later.
Yeah, just tell me what you bought. We'll make it happen.
I have a list of things I was going to look for here, but we'll help this guy, this goblin.
Okay.
You mentioned a few places, right? I think you mentioned a pier,
So there's a pillar.
and you mentioned whose house?
That's Miss Percy's house.
It's
Now,
Pogue's house.
Miss Snee, you said Mr. Tum Tum, he went to a party. Is that right?
Yeah.
Did you see? Do you know he made it to the party?
No.
Okay, and then you said Miss Marcy, she was going to her boyfriend's house, but you don't know if she ever made it there.
Yeah, that's right.
And then Miss Posey, you said you know she made it to her house. Is that right?
Yeah, I walked her home myself.
Well, it feels like maybe that's the one we ought to go to since you know she was there.
Did they have anything in common? Did they
They're
have
my
the same
friends.
instrument? Okay.
Are they all bards like you?
Yeah,
Or learning to be bards? I don't know if you qualify yet, right? There's a process.
I'm learning. I'm getting better. I graduate sometime.
Just sometime? Like you don't have an idea of when you're done?
I guess when they say I'm done. It's expensive, though.
Where are you getting your money?
I perform in the streets, and I do what I can. I wash dishes.
As much as I want to break down the economics of this model here, why don't we head to the house and Posey's house and just see if we can see anything?
All right. So he takes you to a spot on the east side of town.
As we're walking, I want to keep my eyes open for more blue-eyed individuals.
Good point.
Okay. Make a perception check, or all of you if you want to.
I will perceive things. 23.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah.
15.
You do see some more of these people. They're all dressed the same. They're all wearing the blue button down with the blue slacks and the yellow trim. And you see
blue
them.
Eyes?
They all have blue eyes.
Okay.
Yep. And you'll see them pop out from occasion to occasion, but they don't seem to be like following you per se. They just kind of are there in the streets. Some of them you even see like carrying packages and things and dropping them off in front of stores. And every now and then you even see one along your journey walking into a wall. And that's basically all you notice about that.
Arnie, is this your handiwork?
Oh, well, I haven't worked on them for a while, so they could be buggy.
Yeah, buggy's one way to put it. He just keeps going. I think he's digging a hole in the wall.
Do they look like humans, or do they? Because I can't remember if they look like.
They all look like humans.
But they are obviously supposed to stand out in a uniform.
Yes. Yeah, they're all wearing the same uniform.
Do people of the city, do they know that they're like robots?
Or are they reacting to
Is
them
that like
any
common
kind of
knowledge?
There are people walking by the one that's walking into the wall, and they do seem like weirded out by that. Like some people are like looking around like, can we help? Can we help you?
Oh, do they all look exactly the same, or do they
No.
look like different people? Okay.
Each of them looks like different. They're different races. Just they all look a little different.
As we're on our way, in my perception, as we're looking for them, I would like to keep my eye out for one that is on its own.
I mean, there are a lot of them that are on their own.
Like not in a crowded area, but maybe one that's like turning, like going down an alley or something. If I don't see any, that's fine. I'm just curious if I saw anything that looked like he was kind of walking off away from the crowd.
You haven't seen that many I mean, you've seen like a decent amount. You've probably on your way there maybe saw like 5. And they all seem to be doing something, but they were around people. And it's pretty busy out in the streets right now.
Got it.
So yeah, so he continues to take you through the quarters on the west side of town, and eventually he takes you to a little house, and he says,
This is Miss Ricketts' boarding home. She puts up a lot of different people.
it's a 2-story building, and it's in decent shape. It probably could get a paint job and maybe some general maintenance, but it's generally in good shape. And he walks you to the door and knocks on the door. And after a short period of time, this old woman opens the door and sees all of you there, and it's just like,
Hello. How can I help you? Oh, hi there, Snee. How are you? I'm good, Miss Ricketts. I brought some people to help.
Where is she?
Oh, it's okay. They don't mean to be scary. Maybe he does. I don't know. But it's okay. Don't worry.
That's our Khalladak.
and she's like kind of closing the door like halfway, like, what is it you want? What do you need?
I put a foot in the door.
Well, we told Snee that we'd help him find some of his friends that have been missing. Do you know anything about him?
Oh, yes, Miss Posey, yes. She's been gone for about a month now, and, well, I've been thinking about giving her room up because, well, she hasn't paid me for it, so, of course, that's problematic, but she was such a sweet girl, and I do hope she comes back sometime.
So you haven't heard from her in a month?
Not since she left, no.
So you saw her leave before you stopped seeing her?
Yes, she she left with her two friends, Tum Tum and Marcy, I believe. She just skipped out. Just a joyous occasion. Skipped out and left one day and never came back.
I look at Snee and I go, wow. Looks like your friends were off hanging out without you.
Snee, you said that they were in different places when they disappeared.
That's what I thought.
Well, it sounds like they were all together if Miss Ricketts knows more.
I don't know.
Miss Ricketts, where did they head? Where did they go together?
Oh, I don't know. They just left, skipped out the door. She didn't even close her door when she left. It was still wide open. And
Were they in a hurry?
Yeah, they were skipping. It seemed odd, but people do as people do.
Do you mind, Miss Ricketts? Miss Ricketts, greetings.
Yes.
My name is Ruben. I'd be curious. Do you mind? Could we take a peek inside of Miss Posey's room? We're just trying to get a sense of the picture here.
Oh, Well, it does seem a little odd.
Go ahead and do a persuasion check.
Use that charisma.
And I'll let Snee do one because he knows her.
I rolled a 2, so it doesn't matter.
Well, he rolled a 15. So
Okay.
he looks up at her and he says,
With his big
and she's
Goblin
like,
eyes.
Yellow eyes.
Well, Snee, I'm only doing it because I trust you. Now, if you think these fellows can help, then all right.
And she opens the door and lets all of you in. And she leads you upstairs to a room and unlocks the door and opens it. And inside you see a very small but nice room. It's all kind of just one big room. So in on one side of the room you see a small bed that's big enough for like 2 gnomes. And you see a little kitchen table and a kitchen area and some posters on the wall. And and she lets you on in. She says, just take your time. I'll be downstairs making tea. Would you all like some tea?
Sure, I'd love some tea.
I'll take some tea. It'd be so nice.
Okay. And you, big man?
Nope.
Okay. And
I'm Henri.
you, sir, would you like some?
Oh, yes, I would. Sure, that sounds great.
All right, Arnie's here. Hey, Arnie.
Oh, hello. Yes, I keep fading in and out. Whenever you need me, just ask for me.
Arnie sounds more noble than old man all of a sudden.
Oh, yes, I meant to do it like this.
He's trying to impress Miss Ricketts.
Oh, he's got a thing for this.
Miss Ricketts is probably 10 years his senior, but still he's, he hasn't seen many people in a while, so.
That's a good reason as any.
Yeah. I haven't seen a lady that's wanted to talk to me for a while.
Oh, Miss Ricketts, I'm desperate.
You all can look around the room if you would like to.
I will look around the room.
Okay.
I'm going to
Any-
start flipping this room upside down.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
God! Any shelves? Any books? Any?
Some small shelves. On it, there are like a couple of books. There's a couple that have to deal with magic, and a few that deal just with like history, and a couple that are also dealing with like bardic knowledge, performing theatrical books.
Pulling open drawers, looking under pillows or under mattresses, looking in maybe slightly sneakier areas, looking for any kind of notes or anything handwritten, preferably.
Yeah. So
stuff like
I'll
that.
say what first. This doesn't even really require an investigation check.
Okay.
But the first thing you'll notice is there is a note out on the kitchen table.
Okay.
And do you read it?
Sure.
All right.
Is there a kitchen in her like suite?
Yeah, it's
her
all
room?
kind of like what would you call that? A studio apartment
Yeah.
type
Okay.
situation. So it's all just like kitchen, dining table, bed, all of that is in one room.
Got it.
So the note has written on it, "Dear Dubin, sorry it's been so long since I've written you. I've been very distracted lately. I miss Ruben and Glenn so much and dream daily that they will both stumble back here so I can give them a good wallop for being so foolish. But alas, I fear they am gone. I recently learned about a new acting job that I might really have a good opportunity to get, and hopefully I'd get enough money to come home. I'd definitely have enough to possibly save, and then it looks like it stops there.
Who read that?
I assume Ruben did.
So I'm the one that read it?
I assume you did since you were looking for that kind of a thing.
I'm ripping posters off the wall.
Okay. They're like posters of other bards, like famous bards.
Are there any posters that have like 3 to 5 that are all together, sitting on some steps, or
or a log,
arms crossed?
Yeah, they're all just some are like groups and some.
There's
are
one.
single.
There 4 of them walking across a crosswalk.
That's right.
Cam, I went there too in my head. I want Glyph's gonna be like looking for scraps of clothing or things like that, or like shoes, types of things. Get a feel for what they would wear.
Where the note ended, did it look like it ended? Is it an abrupt end, like where there's like it trails off? Is it just like one word and then no more words at all, or is it?
That's how it looks. It looks like it ended with the sentence, and then the quill was put down.
And the end of the note was basically saying, "I think I found a new acting job."
Yeah.
At Castle.
So the rest of you, if you want to do investigation checks, you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would definitely do that.
Yeah.
We got a 0 in investigation, so I got a 4.
12.
20.
Hey, David.
Hey, nat 20.
20 plus, plus a 0, so it's just a 20.
I'm mainly just getting in Glyph's way.
Yeah. Glyph is like searching through books and like into like different cabinets and stuff. And yeah, you're just kind of like leaning over top of him, also grabbing at the same things he's grabbing at. Snee, you see kind of looking around. He's looking at some of the posters, just kind of sniffing about. But Ruben, after reading this note, you definitely get an uneasy feeling and start like really investigating closely. Something you notice as you're looking around, you see on the floor by the door are scratch marks on the floor. Little scratch marks. They seem to have been like, they're like dragging. It doesn't seem like something.
I was gonna say, if I put my hand, would it be like fingernail, like hand sized?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that is scratch marks that are in the vicinity of the door, heading out the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They don't seem to go very far, but they're there for a moment.
Passing across the threshold?
To the threshold, roughly.
Anything else?
It does not seem like it. As you guys continue to search around, pretty much everything else looks normal.
As I go to the door, I want to look out. I want to look left and right down the hallway. How many other doors are there?
So there are 4 bedrooms upstairs. The one that you're currently in, another one to your right, one across the hall, and then another one diagonally.
Across the one to my right. Across
Correct.
from that one. And
Right.
the stairs are to my left or my right?
The stairs are kind of like in the middle. It's like the hallway kind of splits on each side of the stairs, and then you can just go straight down the stairs in the middle of the room.
So this room and the one across from me, then stairs, then another set of rooms across the hall from each other.
That's correct.
I'd like to go to the door across the hall
Okay.
and knock.
You knock, and nobody seems to come to the door.
Is Miss Rickett still with us?
She's downstairs making tea.
I turned the doorknob.
It's locked.
Hey, Snee, do you ever come over? Do you ever come to Miss Posey's? Do you know who might live in this room?
Yeah, I think there was another couple that lived over there. I don't remember their names, but they were another couple humans.
How about those 2 rooms over there?
Yeah, I mean, there one on the right. That was Dustbone. Dustbone, he's a blacksmith in town. And then the other one, that's Sarah. She goes to school too, but I think she goes to one of the academies, one of the resident academies. I don't know them very well, but they live here.
Do I have lockpick? Does anybody have lockpick tools?
I have a 1 in sleight of hand.
Oh, I have a 1 as well.
I have a 3.
Thieves tools or lockpicking tools. Do I have any of these things? I don't.
Glyph, he usually probably has keys on him because he's got to like open doors all the time.
That's right. He's a janitor.
Which one of these is it? Can we make that canon? Can Glyph just have a set of keys that don't rattle? Because I don't want them to be.
Roll a percentage. Roll a percentage, and if it's below it's just like whatever that thing is that clerics can do. If it's below your class, the key works. Wait, so do you have lockpick tools or no?
I don't have any, no.
Okay. I don't want to just go kicking indoors randomly. I'll walk down to Miss Ricketts real quick. Excuse me, Miss Rickett. Hey, it's me, Ruben again.
Yes, she's just pouring some tea.
Yes, ma'am. I was just curious. We was up there just poking around, and do you know who lives across the hall from Miss Posey? Who lives in that room?
Oh, that is the Willingtons.
And I suppose this question goes for all the people who live on that floor. Has anybody else moved in relatively recently, or those all been long-term tenants?
Oh, all of them have been fairly long-term tenants for a while, yes.
And any of them missing?
No.
No, okay. What was the rent on that room that you're owed right now?
Oh, it's been a month now, so that would be 50 gold.
Oh, man, 50! That is... we're going to find her so she can pay that. 50 gold!
This is a nice place.
It's an expensive city. It's really, I can't help it. The rent is expensive just to live here,
I'll tell you what, if you don't mind holding that room for just another couple of days, maybe we're going to do our best if we can't locate her.
Okay, yes.
I just feel obligated, to do what we can to help out.
Oh, well, that would be just wonderful. And it's just so odd, her just skipping out like that. It just seems...
Anything else stick out? Any other strange things? Any other individuals that you might have seen in their company?
Oh, no. I just literally... It was the three of them skipping out, like I said.
Skipping out, huh?
Yes, that's all I can remember. The three of them skipping joyously out of here. It was odd, but...
As one does.
Yes. And then... Just strange.
Okay.
What was strange? Just the skipping part?
Yes, just why?
Are you down here with me too?
Why would you skip?
Yeah, I came down.
Anyways, sorry.
Quick question: are they in charge of cleaning the? Are the tenants in charge of cleaning their own rooms, or do you have a cleaning service?
They have to clean their own rooms, but I do provide breakfast twice a week.
Is today one of those?
No,
of course it didn't. All right, well, I do believe we've looked, and we appreciate you letting us come in, take a look around. Thank you so much. And,
did you ever hear a struggle up there? Any sort of bumps, thuds, scratches, screams, yells?
No. She's like gripping her forehead because it looks like I don't think so.
I'd just like to do a quick insight check on pretty much just her
that whole
in
thing.
General. Well, just yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can make an insight check.
Cool. 8.
An 8. I mean, she seems just like a woman, an old woman who, has struggling to remember something.
Cool.
She's not in pain. She looked like she was in pain.
I mean, are you making an insight check?
I'm upstairs.
Oh, okay. She looks like she may be in pain, but you can't tell that if it's just that or just her struggling to remember something.
All right, well, we appreciate it. I'm going to go collect the rest of our group. They're upstairs still, and then we'll be out of your hair. Thank you so much.
Of course, yes.
I walk upstairs. Hey, Arnie. You ain't got like some sort of special magic, box or something that you've made that'll like, detect or do something. I don't know. Find missing stuff.
Well, no. Like I said, I wish I could go back by my school and maybe I could start figuring some things out. I don't know. We'll see. But even then, that would take some time.
Your school here?
Well, yes.
Are you welcome here?
It's been a while.
Like no one's gonna chase you out and be like, "Hey, there he is, traitor! Get him."
I might have to disguise my face.
So yes.
Well, yes.
And if we if you just kind of skipped out and went and did a little work for a day or two, what is it you hoping to accomplish?
Well, I could make a few more things that would maybe have some better capabilities to help me help you.
Well, I think I'm okay with that if the others are okay with it. I mean, if you got stuff you can be getting done right now and we're just going to be shopping and searching for missing people.
Well, would you like me to go do that? I could go and try and do that on my own.
Yeah, you've pretty much not done a whole lot for us.
That's fair.
In combat.
I've held my own, I thought.
Have you?
Could I have some tea, please?
I took his tea.
Oh.
So she only made the 3 and I took his because I said no.
I'll hand Arnie my tea.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Arnie, I'm thinking maybe we split up for just a bit. How do you propose that we get in touch with one another should something occur? Now, here's a thought. Now, is there a way now if I some sort of like a small rock or something that I could talk into and you can hear it and talk back to me?
Mm-hmm. Rocky talkie.
Rocky talkie.
I've seen people make these work. I know that Regal Industries was in the process of trying to mass produce these. In fact, I might be able to make something like that work, but it might take me a couple of days of work. I'd have to have the tools, and that's why I'd need to go to my school, of course.
Maybe you try. Maybe we do that, and then we'll just work out another form of communication, way to get in touch if something, happens. In the meantime, I don't know what that is though.
Maybe. How about this? That billboard that we met in front of, the bulletin board. That we met the little goblin in front of. We could meet there at noon every day, or something like that.
How's that sound? I'm looking at the other two of you.
Big thumbs up.
We're deciding Arnie's going to go off on his own
and go build some stuff for a while because what's he doing right now?
Is that what Arnie's job is, right? Like I think you're right. I think we need to give him a task of some kind. If we can just give him, he doesn't
have a task.
Shit to do. just send him off to go do.
He's our gopher right now.
Okay.
He'll be important later.
Maybe. All right, yeah, Arnie. That's my thought. I'm thinking maybe you go build, tinker.
Okay, I'll meet you at that bulletin board tomorrow noon. Yes.
I look him up.
And
I say, if you leave us,
I won't leave.
So help me.
I won't leave you.
I'll rip your arms off.
Oh, that's I believe you.
And I'll attach them to your feet.
Those will be
so you'll
very
be
long.
so tall.
Okay, well, I'll keep that in mind. I promise. I won't leave you. I'll meet you there tomorrow.
Sneeze, just like looking up at both of you, like,
okay.
So Snee, next stop. Do you know where Tum Tum or Marcy? You know where those two live or work or?
I don't know. I know where Marcy's boyfriend lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, but you said she didn't make it.
I don't know. That's what he told me.
Well, maybe we'll go give it a shot. Maybe he's a lying sack of shit.
Okay. I told you that.
Whenever we do that, you have to have the logo just like.
Miss Ricketts bids you adieu, and you guys head out with Snee and Arnie, because you guys are actually walking back downtown, and he takes you to one of the wizarding towers downtown.
Snee leads us there.
Snee leads you there. You break off downtown, and Arnie heads off towards the tower full Artificer, and he goes to his school. You see him like touching his face for a minute, and then like when he looks back, he looks a little bit different. He doesn't look quite the same.
Jock and Hagar.
Yeah, pretty much. It's a Jock and Hagar moment. As you begin to approach this other tower, the tower has like, it's kind of a blue and white tower. As you get a little bit closer, you begin to see this animated guy on the front of it, and he's very flamboyant looking. He's got this big curly mustache, and you see him like animated in a holographic form, like on the top of the front door. And underneath him, it says Job's School of Illusion. And you see him doing like different movements, and he's, as you get closer, you begin to hear, "Welcome to Job's School of Illusion."
It's the final count.
Yeah. And he just continues doing that. Just, "Welcome to Job's School of Illusion."
Man,
Rewrite the name
Just
of this
keeps-
'cause I spelled it wrong.
that's
Yeah,
a really
well,
cool. That's a
it's-
really cool magic trick.
The name is spelled Jobe. So you guys eventually make your way up and through the front door. As you enter into this building, this tower, you enter into a large round room lit with a glowing orb on the ceiling. There is a holographic version of Job hovering above an engraved podium, sort of in the center of the room. There are also some other mingling wizards of various ages engaged in conversation throughout. And there are four stairwells on each of the corners of the room. Snee is like,
Well, this is as far as I've ever been before. I've never actually met her boyfriend, Donald.
Wait, but how do you know that she made it if you never spoke with him?
Well, I spoke with him, but he was outside.
I yelled, Donald!
Wait, so you have met Donald or you haven't met Donald?
I met Donald. I've never been here.
Okay.
Donald!
you see a bunch of the people in the room, like a bunch of people in the room are all looking around at you. A couple of them even give you a once over and go, "Huh, okay, pretty good."
Me shouting was pretty good.
Well, they see through your illusion.
They see through. Yeah, they see something.
Oh.
A few of them even get a little bug-eyed, but then they're just like, whatever, and they just keep like chatting amongst themselves.
I walk over to one and just go, "Where's Donald? Someone in this room tell me where Donald is. I have stores that I need to get to."
I don't know a Donald personally. There's probably a Donald here at the school, but I don't know him personally.
Was he eating a sandwich? I squished his sandwich.
He's not eating a sandwich. He's just talking to somebody else.
Is there a register's office or something where we might be able to find where Donald is?
I mean, if you could go and talk to the podium, that you can learn stuff there.
I'm assuming he's pointing at something.
Yeah, he's pointing to the podium that has a holographic version of Job standing above it, like floating above it.
I'll walk to the podium.
Yeah,
Okay.
close with him. I'm right there too.
As you get closer to the podium, you begin to see that there is some writing on it. And the three different things are classes, dorms, faculty, and theater. And as you approach within about 15 feet of the statue, you hear, "Hey there, welcome to Job's School of Illusion. Where would you like to go?" He just freezes, staring at you.
Dorms?
Dorms are to the northern stairwell.
Donald.
Try again.
Donald.
Donald's dorm.
Are you looking for the reformatory?
I
Is
just
that-
like you got to be kidding me with this thing. I'll like look around.
Regal Industries.
Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
Okay. I'm going to head to wherever he told me to go for dorms.
Okay. he pointed towards a northern stairwell and said, northern stairwell.
What are the four? Classes, dorms,
Classes,
faculty.
dorms, faculty, theater.
Oh, faculty. Faculty.
Faculty! That would be the eastern stairwell.
Oh, well, I guess it can't give me like a... Okay.
Directory.
Directory.
Sorry, did you mean faculty?
I punched the hologram.
And your hand just goes through it.
Illusions are just magic tricks.
Sorry, I didn't quite get that.
I just had to dorms.
Hey there! Welcome to Job's School of Illusion. Where would you like to go?
I'm going to head to the dorms.
You already left. I think Glyph. I'm just standing here, just kind of looking.
Snee, how do we figure out where Donald lives? How do you get in touch with Donald?
I don't know.
So what, you just ran into him outside one day and he's like, "Hi, I'm Donald"?
Yeah, but I know he lives here.
As a student or a teacher?
Student.
And do you see him in the hall anywhere? Khal, hold him up real high.
I hold him up real high.
What? No.
Let's just go see if there's a roster or something in the dorms. Let's just maybe there's a way to find this guy.
All right, let's go.
So you head over to the northern stairwell and you begin to head up it. And about 3 steps up, you're like looking at the door and you're like, I should be there by now, but like you're not making any progress. You're just walking in place. You even like look down, you're still only 3 steps up.
I start sprinting with my 50 feet of speed.
You sprint so fast and you're just like running in place. It feels almost like a treadmill.
I trip him.
You trip and you fall over and you just tumble down like 3 steps.
Can I cast? I'm gonna
But
cast.
at a few seconds in, dispel magic. Okay, go ahead.
I just kind of cast it ambiently down the hallway in the direction of the door.
Okay. You cast it, and as you start to see Job like come up, you didn't, and then all of a sudden like you just see him dispel, and the stairs all of a sudden like have a normal quality to them, and you hear and like you see all these people downstairs all look over to you. And you see a guy pop out of a door, and he's got like overalls on, and he starts walking over to y'all, and he's like, "What'd you do?
Oh, hey there, officer.
Did you dispel this?"
Well, I don't know. He was sprinting down the hall. We were just trying to we're trying to find Donald. He's a student here.
Look, he's wearing my garment. Let me talk to this man. Look, we're just trying to get to a guy named Donald. And I'm just a working man like you. There's no reason to get upset over what a little bit of magic to
show him your keys, Glyph.
And I pull up the keys. See, I've got access to. That's how this works. We all just kind of have our jobs, right?
Yeah, we all got our jobs. Now I got to do a whole nother job fixing this. Got to respell all this, and that's going to take me working with faculty to rebuild all this. That's just going to be just like a whole hullabaloo. What in the hell are all you doing here? Like, have you been invited? Obviously not. You didn't know the magic word to get up the stairs. So therefore, I'm going to have to ask you to leave and call security.
You want us to call security? We can do that.
No, I'm calling security if you don't leave the building. Apparently, you were not invited if you didn't know the magic word to go
We're
up
invited
the
by
stairs.
Donald, but we don't know how to get to him. He just said to just to come over, but we don't know how to get there.
Does anybody know a Donald? And you see this one girl. She like peers out. Donald McFlanagan?
That's Donald. That's Donald.
That's the one.
That's Donald.
Yeah, he's up there. What do you need?
Oh, hey, we're trying to find a mutual friend of ours. Donald said he might have some information for us.
Okay. Yeah, I'll Phil, I'll vouch for him. Okay, well, then you say it. She just like walks over and she goes, Demores. And he's like, well, thank you.
All
right.
What was your name?
Phil.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's nice to meet you, Phil. I was actually pointing. What was your name, ma'am?
Stacy.
Okay, thanks, Stacy. We'll tell Donald that you helped us out. Appreciate it.
Phil,
Yeah,
I'm sorry about him. I know he's not giving you the time of day. That's just the way it is with us, right? We're just always having to deal with the crap.
Yep.
We're always the lowest common denominator, right? Like nobody thinks of us. Everybody thinks we're ignorable.
I've walked upstairs.
And under the covers, nobody really thinks about anything that we ever put together, and nobody appreciates us until something breaks, right?
Roll a performance check or a persuasion check with advantage.
Is that persuasion or?
It's a persuasion check with advantage.
That was a 19 plus 3,
Yeah.
and then a nat 20.
Wow, you used those up at a right time. He goes, it is hard, man. It's hard. I do
know.
appreciate it. Thank you for empathizing. I do appreciate that.
We gotta look after each other, right? We gotta get apart and all be one-anized at some point in time.
That's what I talked about somebody about that at one of these other wizarding schools. I mean, we all put our hard work and labor into making sure that the school stays clean, making sure that people don't dispel magical stairs.
I give Ruben the worst look I can possibly shoot him. I got my hands on my hips and like tapping my feet.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, I'll get to work on fixing this. And you see him like shaking his hands, and his eyes like start glowing, and he like puts his hands on the stairs, and they start like shaking. And you start to see like certain magical things take place on the stairs. And you see him look over at you with his glowing eyes. It's like, y'all might want to head up there now before I have to do all this again.
Well, all right. Well, thank you, Phil. I'll never forget you, and you're doing fine work.
Thank you. And you guys head up the stairs, and he continues to work on them. So you guys make it upstairs into a room, and now you start to see a whole bunch of other people like mingling about. All of them are younger. They're not like, older wizards. They're definitely all in like their maybe like 20s or so. They're all kind of mingling about, discussing things. But you do start to see like rows of dorm rooms that kind of curve around the corner a little ways.
Donald!
You see a couple people look over at you. Are you looking for Donald?
No. I'm looking for Franklin.
Well,
yes,
Franklin
I'm looking for
is
Donald.
Over there, but if you're looking for Donald, okay. Yes, he's in room B11. It's down the hall, up some more stairs, and then around the corner. You see it. You can't miss it.
Appreciate it. Walk off.
So you make it up the stairs and eventually make your way to B11. Now you are standing in front of door B11.
Knock, knock, knock.
Pound, pound, pound.
Knuckle, knuckle, knuckle.
And from Snake, a few seconds later, you hear the door get opens up, and inside is this very handsome-looking elf guy. He's got blonde hair that's slicked back and glasses.
I go, are you Donald?
Yeah, I am Donald.
I grab. Wait, no. I just go, where is she?
Whoa! Whoa! What are you talking about?
Donald, look,
Marcy.
What about Marcy?
I just asked you, where is she?
Roll an intimidation check.
Happily. 7.
Dadgummit!
I'm sorry, guys. I've got all the good rolls tonight.
Can I take my hat off to get advantage?
Oh, gosh.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Do it.
I take my hat off.
He must not be that
Is the
good. He didn't
door-
see
are
through
you-
it.
and slam the door behind me as I take the hat off.
Okay, so you're going into his room, like you're forcing your way into
You've
there.
pushed him in. Did you slam the door behind the three of us in the hallway?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
6.
Oh my God.
Oh, come on.
No.
I've got my ear pressed to the door.
I'm like, listen, guy, I wanted to go shopping today, and it's getting ruined. And if you don't tell me where she is, I'm gonna freaking lose it.
Hey, man, I'll tell you what I've told everybody else. Like, she never came. Like, I don't know what happened. It's so weird. You're a bugbear, aren't you? That's crazy.
Yeah. Listen, I'm gonna open the door up. I just act like you were scared, all right? I didn't want my friends to see me upset. Okay?
Sure, whatever, man.
Can I hear any of this?
Make a perception check.
So 7 plus 5 is 12.
12? Yeah, you can hear him speaking through the door. You can hear Khal begging for him to be intimidated.
And then I open the door back up. I'm like, he doesn't know anything.
I think I'm just blankly staring at Khalladak at this point. I'm like, what?
Oh, man. Like I said, I was terrified, and I didn't know anything. Your friend even scared me into telling the truth, and the truth is, I don't know anything.
Yeah, he doesn't know anything, guys. Let's get out of here, all right?
Hold on just a second. I walk in and
Glyph, it doesn't seem that. Okay, he's going in. All right.
and I rush at him and I press him up against the back wall and I say, "You're hiding something."
No.
No, you are. I can tell. And I'm just staring at him intently. You have to know more than that she never showed up.
I don't have to know anything.
Insight check.
You're insight checking him?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. Do an insight check.
17.
He looks a little shifty.
Did you look for her? Did you even try finding her after she didn't show up?
Yeah, man. I definitely. I looked all over. I was like, oh man, my girlfriend. I can't find her. It sucks, man. It's been a bummer.
You seem really broken up about it.
As this is happening, I'm wandering around the room, just casting an eye around the room.
Perception, because you're not like investigating deeply, but you can do perception.
Okay.
Marcy was the one that lived at the last place, right?
No, that was Posey.
Posey lived at the last one.
Posey lived at the last place. Marcy was a half orc that was dating this guy. What did you get?
17.
17. Okay. You'll notice on his hand, like above where his right hand is, because he's got it kind of like up, like putting him up to like his face, like defensively. Mm-hmm. You'll see a couple little scratch marks on his hand.
Is his attention on Glyph?
Yeah, he's focused on Glyph.
I want to be out of his line of sight, and when I am, I want to cast Command.
Okay.
He has to beat DC 14 Wisdom.
He's so wise.
Do you have the word in mind that you're going to use?
Uh-huh.
He got a 4.
So as I realize that that's worked, I walk over in front of him and I say, confess.
Ooh, okay. He says, I made sure that Marcy was taken on her way to see me, and I personally got rid of Posey, making sure that she was captured, and I brainwashed Miss Ricketts to remember differently about the event. I also arranged for Tum Tum to be caught at the fair.
I run back in there.
Or,
you lied to me!
I trusted you!
And you see him snap his fingers and he goes invisible.
Khal, shut the door!
I shut the door.
Glyph,
behind
you feel an attack against you.
Oh, okay. Do I defend?
Well, he's going to just make an attack since he went invisible. So he's going to try and get a surprise round on you.
Is he still under command?
How long does that last?
It's one round. It's 6 seconds. That's
okay. So
yeah,
you got everything out of him in that amount of time. So he tries to kick you, but I don't think he's.
Whenever it's my turn, I cast something.
He rolled a 2, so he's not going to do any damage. You just feel it like bump up against your chest. However, you still have hold of him.
Got a hold of him.
Yeah, he's just invisible. Go ahead and roll initiative. Oh man, he rolled terrible initiative too.
Oh my gosh.
18.
17.
3.
Okay.
Real quick, does there appear to be any other door or window in this room?
There's a window, but no door.
Okay.
I also got to roll for Snee. Glyph, you are up first.
So I've got him in my hands?
You got him in your hands.
Okay, so I'm holding him in my hands. Like, what do I do with him? He just disappeared.
Keep hold of him.
Keep hold of him. Okay, I got him. And I'm just gonna, I guess, try to grapple him over towards the corner or the bed and just make sure he doesn't go anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a strength check to see if you can move him.
That one.
Okay. Yeah, it's contested, so he's got to roll. Well, he only rolled a 3, so
come on.
It's just unfortunate.
I guess I'm just good out of combat today.
Right. So you don't budge him. He's gripping the floor beneath you. So then, Ruben.
What if you stabbed an arrow into him? Would we still be able to see the arrow?
Anything being worn or carried goes invisible, so I guess he'd be wearing that arrow in his gut. Tricky question. I guess it's anything that was worn or when he went invisible, so maybe Glyph goes invisible too, because Glyph was holding on to him.
But he wasn't being held.
No. So he's not touching... Yeah, I guess Glyph is still fine. He's invisible.
Here's a question for you, DM. A ruling question.
Sure.
If I were to successfully grab a hold of him and cast the cantrip Light,
yeah.
As long as he does not succeed on a dex save, then I could light his shirt like a flashlight or his shoes like a flashlight. Would that, in your ruling,
cancel out his invisibility? Yeah.
Well, just the not necessarily the invisibility. The disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna grab for him. I'm gonna walk over and grab for him and cast Light.
I think you'll be able to figure out, since Glyph hasn't moved and he has not moved. I think you grabbing on to him, you should be able to feel where he's at.
Okay, it says he has to succeed on a dex saving throw, so I'll let you decide if that.
This will basically be him kicking your hand away.
Okay.
So if he can do that. Ooh, okay. This was
dex save 14.
14, yeah, he's going to succeed with a 20. So he just maneuvers out of your way and kind of kicks your hand out of the way as you're trying to light him.
I cast Spiritual Weapon.
What happens? What's it look like?
A very menacing violin.
Okay. A very menacing violin appears in the center.
With a bow.
Fiddle.
It's a fiddle. It's a fiddle. You're right.
Yeah.
It appears hovering just above my head.
Okay.
And it's obviously threatening. There's blades. There's sharp edges where there shouldn't be sharp edges. The bow looks suspiciously like just a giant blade.
Mm-hmm.
But what is happening, since I can't use it at the moment, and all I can do is cast it, is that the bow is sliding across the strings of the fiddle, making a very eerie, just as it goes across real slowly.
Okay.
I say, you better turn invisible. Turn visible.
Okay. Well, that is your turn. Snee is going to take a turn. He is going to vicious mockery him wherever he is. The guy is to make a wisdom save.
The most passive fight we've ever been in.
Wow, 3.
We're all sucking.
So, that was actually good. Because the guy had to make a wisdom save.
Okay.
And so he failed. So he takes 1d4 psychic damage. That's only 1. So he takes 1 damage, but he has disadvantages on attack rolls. So you just see Snee go out and say,
"Hey, you stupid little stumpy little bitch!
Yeah.
You've become
language.
invisible because you took my friends!"
You just see a little bit of energy shoot out of him, and you Glyph, you feel in your hands his body shake for a second, like it's vibrating with electricity for a second.
He needs to make a con save, right? See if he stays invisible, because he's concentrating.
That's right. That's a good point. He has to be at a 10. which is probably gonna fail. Yep, it's gonna fail. He got a 6. So all of a sudden, like he's vibrating and like pops out of his invisibility, and now you're just holding him there, Glyph, in front of you.
Are we out of initiative, or is it his turn?
No, it's his turn now. And so for his move, it's gonna magic missile Glyph.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah.
How many shots?
3 shots at you. 10 damage. 10 damage to you as like these 3 darts just shoot out of his hands as he's trying to make you let go of him. That is all he can do on his turn. And so that means we've got Khal up.
Khal leaves.
Well, I've gone into a rage and I've pulled out my great sword.
Oh shit! I'm right in the way, man.
We
I'm
need
not
him
gonna
alive.
cleave through,
We need him alive.
and I'm gonna attack him.
I can't
Okey
commune
doke.
with the dead yet.
26.
That'll hit. 11 damage.
Yeah.
You just stab at him through past Glyph as he's holding him, and you cut into his side and you see him. Oh!
Well, that's all I can do.
You only took 1 attack.
Well, rage going into a rage is a bonus action.
Yeah, but you have 2 attacks at level 5.
Oh yeah. Okay, well then the second attack was a 25.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And yeah, you hit him again.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh, that's 13.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you do another bit of damage to him. You pull your sword back out and stab it back into him, slicing his leg real deep.
How does
And,
he
like,
look?
Messed up for sure. He's not looking great.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kill you.
And you see Snee sitting to the left of you, just going, kill him. Like you can see a lot of his like goblin
The
instincts
feral
are
goblin is
are
coming out.
taking over. He's sniffing blood. His eyes are just black pupils at this point.
Oh boy.
Back to you, Glyph.
I shake him. I say, I can't make him stop. He will kill you. And I wait for him to respond.
I'm gonna get out of this.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna take my fist and I'm gonna try to knock him in the head so hard that he goes unconscious. I don't know if that's something we can do.
You can
but,
make it just an attack, an unarmed strike against him.
that was a natural 1.
Well, you punch and you just hit the wall behind him as he moves his head to the side.
So I've done all I can do. I grab back onto him, I guess, or I'm still holding him with one hand. I'll let loose and punch him with my other hand as a second strike.
Okay.
9.
9
not
also misses, and it
Okay.
slams into the wall. Make an a strength check to see if you can still hold on to him after having let go twice.
Probably not. 11. This is contesting.
Yeah, it's contested, and he got a 12.
Oh, okay.
So he pops free of your grip since you tried to punch him twice. Ruben is next.
Get him, Ruben, get him.
As all this is happening, I say, no, he can die. I can talk to him when he's dead. And then I take the bow and I am coming at him slowly with it. This is meant to be an intimidation tactic, and if he does not do something, I will stab him. So this is a deliberate, I am going to hurt you unless you say something moment. And if he doesn't, which is up to you, then I will stab him.
So go ahead and make an intimidation check.
I love how the DM is not deciding without the game
It's
again.
not good enough. It's a 6.
A 6. Yeah, he like looks you square in the eyes. I'm not afraid of you.
As he starts talking, I stab him
All right.
With what?
with my spiritual weapon.
Yep.
With specifically the bow of the spiritual weapon.
The bow of the
yeah,
fiddle.
It's a 2-part spiritual weapon. One part is more blunt force trauma, and the other part is stabby stab.
Of course.
Stay tuned to the podcast to see the spiritual weapon in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Roll an attack, huh? Man, this is not what I do. That is a 12 plus
12 plus. Well, 12 is gonna hit actually.
9.
You did 9 more damage.
Yeah, 1d8 plus spellcasting ability modifier. So,
Ooh, he's looking pretty rough.
so do you count my talking as an action? or do I still have an action left?
I mean, since you were trying to specifically intimidate as part of this turn, that could have potentially ended it.
Okay.
I'm going to say yes.
That's fair. I'm going to step out of the way and say, all right, Khal, you can kill him.
But first, Snee.
Yeah, you hear Snee say, "Me first," and you just like see him leap off the ground.
Yes!
He's got all these like spells he could do.
No.
And he just leaps on the guy and like grabs him by the scruff and just like starts trying to bite down on him.
I love that he's just gone feral.
Yeah.
He's lost his mind.
He actually did roll good. He rolled a 13 plus. So he will, let's see if he does enough damage with his bite attack. That would only be 4. So he just starts digging into the guy's neck. It looks bad. It looks bad, real bad. He's barely standing there. And he's like, get the go. I guess he could do a bonus offhand attack.
Just smack him in the face.
Yeah, he's gonna improvise a weapon. He pulls his flute out from his belt. He pulls his flute out of his belt, and he's gonna roll to see if he can hit him. A 12. He just
He
hit
did
it.
it. Yes.
He drives this flute down into his face and rolls a 4. And you just see it cleave into the guy's eye.
Yes.
And the guy just is like, and drops to his knees and falls down dead. Blood coming out across the ground. Sneeze just. Whoops.
Nobody tell Phil about the mess Snee made.
I am in the moment. I am very cold-faced, straight-faced, and as soon as that happens and Snee calms down, who has the bag of holding?
Me.
Glyph? I'm still staring at this guy. All right, Khal, let's put him in the bag. Let's clean this room up, make it look like nothing's going on. And bed sheets, if we need to do that, bed sheets will go in the bag. Anything needs to go in the bag goes in the bag. Otherwise, we need to make this look like he's just out and about, not here.
Did you guys ever close the door?
Yeah, I did behind me.
Okay.
When he came in, yeah, because Khal was in the very back and came running back into the room.
Okay.
And then he turned invisible.
Uh-huh.
He said as soon as he turned invisible, I think Khal said he closed the door.
He
I
closed
did,
the
because
door.
I said, Khal, shut the door.
Yeah,
as soon
that's
as
right.
he went invisible, I told him to.
Yep.
So now it's just a matter of noise, if we made any, other than my fiddle and its screechy sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I shove him in the bag.
Okay.
I would like to do the best that we can do. I'm trying to see if I've got any kind of spells that will aid in this. I do not think I do. But I would like to attempt to clean his bed or wherever he was. I've got Create Water. Do I still have Create? Oh, I don't have
Nobody's better at cleaning than Glyph. That's what he did.
That's right.
It's true.
What I'll do here is I'll cast Pass Without Trace.
Okay. So that gives you all plus 10 to stealth.
But a creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or traces or the traces of its passage.
Okay.
So if we were to leave in such a way that we were not observed, I'd like to, first off, Jourdan, have we done a passable job of cleaning the scene of the crime?
Make a clean check.
Yeah.
I
guess.
I'm trying to work with like what mechanic does Glyph have over what everybody else has? Like what feature does he have to be able to clean this space better than the others?
Knowledge and janitorial skills.
Right.
Yeah, I'll let him have a advantage. I guess let's do sleight of hand.
Oh, I'm good at that one.
All right.
All of you do sleight of hand checks to see how well you can cover up all of
7.
this.
I was also gonna try to investigate like his room to see if there's like any orders anywhere.
Okay. I'll
Do
let you do
I get
that.
advantage on this?
Yeah, you can get advantage.
I'm glad I did.
15.
19.
Okay. So you definitely make the room look as orderly as possible. There is a little bit of blood still like stained into the ground a little bit, but you're able to scrub up most of it. Khal rolled a 15 for investigation, and Khal, you start investigating around the room, and you do find, as you're kind of like searching through like some stuff on the desk, you see a payment of 100 gold and like an IOU type like piece of paper that says from Regal Industries.
I'll get you 2 months at what's her name's,
and that's where we'll end it.
All right.
Oh no! Wait, dadgummit. I had so many things I gotta write them down now.
Yeah, you better write them down.
I just gotta write them down for next episode.
Yeah.
Oh crap.
You guys did a lot tonight for sure. That was pretty good. You've got Snee helping you out on your team currently. He's starting to revert back to normal, but it was cool adding him in as a fun NPC character. He's got more tricks up his sleeve, but yeah, this was pretty fun. So thank you all for listening and for watching. I'm excited to pick it back up next week and see if these 4 characters killed a man in his dorm room without making enough noise to alert an entire school that was also on that floor. So we'll see. We'll see how that all goes.
Anyway, we can sign off now. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification button so that you get alerts whenever we post our new episodes. And thumbs up us, please,
because you can't thumbs down.
Exactly. The thumbs down button's broke. Yeah, excellent job, David. I'm just going to stop doing these from now on because you just did such a good job doing it. So we'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye.